What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you my first prediction for Russell Westbrook. I believe he'll be going to the Chicago Bulls. Let's get right into it. So, originally, once Russell was brought out at the trade deadline, I thought he was going to the Clippers, and that was prior to the Bones Highland move. When everything took place, when the Clippers was finished with all their moves, I was like, I think Highland's going to be the starter. They're gonna let Highland cook. I don't see Russ coming there. And Chris Haynes reported also trade deadline night, and even he's doubled down today. Sometime later this week or maybe early next week, and it's already Thursday, so I'm like, when's this week? I guess the weekend. But he's reporting that Russ is gonna choose between Miami and Chicago Bulls. And when I seen that, I mean, it's clear to me, it's easy to me that Russ going to the Bulls. Every video I've done so far, I've done two on Russ's potential buyout situation. I did a top five, and I did an initial reaction to him being traded, and a top five landing spot. Sorry, be more specific. And I mentioned the Bulls in that. I said that the Bulls and Russ makes the most sense after the Clippers. The Heat to me makes no sense. The fit is there. Um, and Kyle Lowry, there's a need there. His play has been very subpar this season, but that Heat culture, the Heat structure, I'm a Heat fan, it's not gonna work. You can bring Russ in, he'll have good moments anywhere, really, because Russ is a good player. Russ is a very good player, but he's not gonna work with the Heat culture. Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, strict, nah, nah. He needs something loose. He needs something he can just go to work and just do his thing. And if Russ has a pre-established relationship with Billy Donovan, the Bulls coach. I think Russ rekindled some of that Washington Wizards magic he had a couple years ago, which I also like the Wizards as a good option to bring back Russ, but I guess he's not considering them. As they say, he wants to be an title contending team, which the Bulls maybe could be if Russ can come in and really, um, and the players and the team and the coaches really embrace Russ and really welcome him in. I think Russ could make them into that or something close to that. As I said in my top five landing spots for Russ after the buyout, if he is brought out, still potentially, it's not really official yet, but I was saying like playing with LeBron, playing with AD, playing in LA, that kind of limits Russ. Any playmaking guard that plays with Bron kind of limits you. Even if the numbers stay the same, is not the same way. They're not the same play style. Because Bron takes the ball and does his own thing with it. You'll get it when you get it and stuff like that. So it's like, man, Russ kind of was handicapped in certain moments, but Russ definitely got a chance to cook and do his own thing as well. But you still don't have free reign. And I think with the Chicago Bulls, guys like Zach LaVine, guys like DeMar DeRozan, who can give you about 4 or 5 assists a game, especially on like a real good night, they'll give you six. Russ averages 7.5 easy, and Russ can give you a triple double easy. And I think he'll definitely be the best playmaker on that Bulls roster. Um, and as I always say, his speed, his tenacity, his first step, all that stuff will get him easy back. Will get his teammates easy baskets once he passes the ball. He does get tunnel vision at certain times. Goes for a layup, goes for an ill-advised three, goes for a mid-range shot. Those are normally 50-50, even layups. They're definitely 50-50. Because he can miss, he can go too fast and miss a layup. He can just take an ill-advised three. Those can definitely happen. But once he gets in that passing mode, guys like Zach LaVine, guys like DeMar DeRozan, who are decent catch and shoot guys. They're not great, but they're pretty good catch and shoot guys. They can definitely get the ball in the spot to score. And both guys can definitely cut. Both guys know how to play within a system where they can move without the ball. That's what I do like about having good players like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Both guys know how to cut, move, stuff like that, and I think it'll work out. He has a big man in Nikola Vucevic, also score points. He's good in pick and pop. He can go inside, midi, 3 points. So Russ has things to work with, and I think just bringing his flair for the last half of the season could definitely change around the Bulls' fortune. That's why I said in my video on my winners and losers um, from the NBA trade deadline yesterday, I didn't consider the Bulls a loser. I had them in a winner. I definitely did. Not making any moves when the Nets just dismantled their entire team. They're no longer a top dog in the East makes sense. As I said, they're one injury away. The Raptors the same way. They're one injury away from Giannis, from Middleton, from Drew Holiday, from Embiid, Harden, Maxey, Boston, Jalen, Brown, Jason Tatum. They're all injured. And I hope nobody gets hurt. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, from that standpoint, why not hold together? You never know what could happen. You never know. And I understand that from the Raptors and from the Bulls. That's why I had those two teams respectively in my winner category yesterday. So I think it makes sense, man. Just let Russ come and just try. Let's just try it out. See what happens. He's not gonna harm nothing. Your team wasn't due. The Bulls weren't due to win anyway. You know what I mean? So if they end up winning or end up having a positive outcome from bringing in Russ, great, awesome. Awesome. That's super awesome. So I don't think it could hurt to try, man. Miami, it sounds good. It feels good as a Miami fan, but no way he's gonna fit in that culture. And like I said, this might be even a rental wherever he goes. Probably be a rental, but I think the Bulls lack a true playmaking point guard. Because Lonzo been out with a knee injury that he's still having complications with. Caruso's not really a playmaker. He's more a defensive guy. Kobe White, not really a playmaker, more of a shooter, scorer. So they need someone like Russell Westbrook to pick up the pace, which Caruso does, but to pick up the pace, attack the rim, be efficient or try to be efficient, and just go. And DeRozan and Levine will definitely have to, mend their play style a little bit if they do bring in Russ. But I think they'll be happy to do so, just to try it out. And DeMar DeRozan was saying too, it to me it could have been, or DeRozan was saying instead of Russell Westbrook, it could have been me, LeBron, and Anthony Davis in the Lakers spot. So I think that would have worked out fine. Also had a couple flaws. DeMar DeRozan is a 3-point shooter. He's not a 3-point shooter, so I think that would have been a little tough. Not really a good defender. He's decent. He'll try, but either way it goes, I thought DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, I think could have been traded for another guy this trade deadline. So I think they're in the same boat. It's different players, definitely totally way different players. But I think the outcome would have been the same, honestly, between those two guys with the Lakers and with LeBron and AD. At certain moments you would have had DeMar DeRozan being the star of the show with none but shooters around him. Not bad, but I think he needs DeMar DeRozan definitely a solid number two, a great number three option, but a strong number two option that LeBron needs to be there most of the time. AD needs to be there a lot of the time, not some, a lot of the time, for that shot blocking purposes and things of that nature. And too many times it would have just been DeRozan and Brown, just DeRozan at some point, and it would have been tough. It would have been tough to overcome those, because Brown been injured a little bit too. Brown been injured, AD been injured, so I think they're both in the same spot regardless. During this trade deadline, they would have flipped DeMar to something else too, in my opinion. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.